Hello, my name is Kadra Chagar, and I'll be presenting my 7 applications which I have developed using Android Studio and Java as the language. In this video, I will also briefly discuss the backend Java code for each application and how they function. So, the first application that was developed is the Q Icons app. So, when an icon is clicked, a toast message will appear and the color of the background will change too. However, the toast message will be different for each icon clicked. So the carrot icon, banana, cherries, and the tomato will all display a different toast message when clicked, as well as having a different background color. Clicking the clear button will then reset the user interface. So talking a bit about the backend code, the text view feedback text displays feedback when the fruit image is clicked. So it displays the toast message. The clear text button clears feedback and resets user interface and hides itself when clicked and will reappear when a fruit icon is clicked. The relative root layout makes the background change color depending on the image clicked. This application was fairly simple to create, however I did struggle a little bit when making the backgrounds change color when a different icon is selected. However, there are no errors in this code, so the app does run smoothly. The second application that was developed was the movie selection app. Developing this app mostly focused on radio buttons and spinner usage. So in this application, the user must select a genre and a movie and can click the submit button for the movie image description and the name to appear. So when a different genre is selected, the backgrounds will change color. The user can then click this clear button to reset the user interface. So if the user clicks on a genre but no movie is selected and the submit button is clicked, this message will be displayed on the screen, forcing the user to select the movie first before they continue. So, briefly discussing the backend code, the radio group is used for selecting a movie genre, which then triggers an update of the available movies in a spinner and then changes the background color. The spinner allows the user to select a movie from the list after a genre has been selected. And then the submit button displays the movie name, description, and image when clicked. But if no movie is selected, it then prompts the user to select one first before continuing. The image view displays the image of the movie. The main layout causes background color to change depending on genre selected. And the text view will display the movie description and name. And then the clear button will reset the user interface. So in the Java code, there are a few errors, but they do not affect the way the app functions. Third application is an app which allows the user to customize a burger. When ingredients are selected by ticking the checkboxes, images will be displayed on top of the screen and the price will update depending on the ingredients selected or unselected. I'll just select them all just to demonstrate that in the video. So when selected, the user can clear the order before submitting, which will reset the user interface and will allow them to select again. But when the user submits the order, an order message will be displayed on the screen along with the total. The music also will be playing in the app until it is closed. So, briefly discussing the backend for this application, this is the code for checkboxes. So the user will select various ingredients and the images will appear on the screen as well. The submit order button is clicked to submit order. The clear button resets everything. And for the audio to play, it loops until the app is destroyed. So it is managed in the play audio method and properly released in the on destroy method. Again, there are some errors in the app which are not major and doesn't affect function of the app at all. The fourth application is a recipe app which consists of 6 different recipes from which the user can either choose from scrolling below through the nav bar and selecting or clicking on the next and previous buttons. The next button will obviously take the user to the next recipe and the previous button will go back to the previous recipe. And also the background color will change as well for each recipe. The backend code consists of an array list which contains the name, image, ingredient, and method for each recipe. The recycler view shows the list of recipes horizontally, and the recipe adapter binds the recipe data to the recycler view items. Again, there are errors that exist in the code, but the app still works fine. The fifth application is a survey app, which requires the user to log in and complete a survey. By clicking the login button, it checks if the username and passwords match the saved credentials using the shared preferences. If they are valid, the user will be redirected to the survey activity where they can complete the survey. If not, an invalid credentials message will appear and the user will have to register first. So I'm just going to register quickly just to demonstrate. If registration is successful, a success message will be displayed and the user will be redirected back to the login page, which already has a credentials field due to registration. The user then must complete all questions before clicking the submit button, otherwise this message will be displayed on the screen. When all questions are completed, the survey can be submitted. The user can then log out and will be redirected to the main page again, where they can log in and retake the survey. So in the backend code, the survey consists of multiple choice questions using radio group, and the shared preferences saves the user's username and password when they register. When all questions are answered, the user is redirected to the summary activity. So in the backend code, there are no errors, which therefore isn't causing anything to crash or not function properly. So everything works fine. App number 6 is the music app. This application practiced the use of search view and recycler view. So in this app, the user can search for an artist or a song in the search bar. So for example, if the user types in ND, songs and artists with ND will both appear from the playlist. The user can then select a song and click the play button to play and pause button to pause the song. So I'm just going to quickly show this. So when the song is paused, the user can then click the back button as well, which will redirect them back to the main screen. So talking a bit about the backend code, Recycler View displays the list of songs using the song adapter. The search view filters the song based on the title or artist. The music player activity plays a selected song and allows a user to play and pause the song. The song.java code includes song title, artist, image, and audio, which is saved as an MP3. And finally, the song adapter code binds the song data to Recycler View, which makes the audio play when the play button is clicked. The final application is a restaurant booking app, which allows the user to choose a restaurant and book for a number of people. So I'll just demonstrate this and book for 6 people at Prezzo. So once the user has chosen a date and the number of people they want to book for, they can click on the reserve button and they will receive a toast message when booking has been confirmed. They can then click on OK and this will redirect them back to the main screen. So talking a bit about the backend code, the main activity displays a list of restaurants using list view. The restaurant.java code contains all images, locations, descriptions for each restaurant. The restaurant adapter populates the list view in the main activity. The reserve activity displays the restaurant details when the user selects a restaurant for reservation. So there were a few issues when Recycler View and Firebase was tried to be used. So alternatives had to be used instead, such as list view and the JSON file to store all data of the restaurants instead of Firebase. In conclusion, I think I developed the apps very well since I did spend a lot of time on them. And not only that, it's because they're also user friendly and it's easy for the user to navigate through. However, I do wish I could have used Firebase to store data instead of the JSON file. Since I was encountering a lot of issues, I had to use an alternative. Thank you for watching.